I hear the silent cry that echoes within your soul. I feel the affliction that steals your breath and the weight of the tears you try to hide from the world. Your heart cries out for a sign, for an answer that will bring relief to this invisible and profound exhaustion. Therefore, pay close attention to what I am about to reveal to you. There is no chance in our meeting. You were chosen to receive this embrace in spirit. This is a message from me brought now to rescue your hope and dry your tears. There is an anguish rooted in your chest, a persistent question you ask me repeatedly during sleepless nights. Do you understand why this feeling of loneliness still haunts you, even when you try to be strong for everyone around you? The answer to your pain is about to be unveiled. Trust in me. I am the one who formed the heavens, who sustains the lilies of the valleys, and who knows each of your wounds. My faithfulness is your shield. In the Holy Scriptures, in the book of Psalms, number 46, I affirm that I am your refuge and fortress, a very present help in trouble. What I will give you throughout this encounter is not an empty promise, but the restoration of your peace. I will remove the weariness from your spirit and show you the luminous path I have prepared for your coming days. If this word of God is touching your heart, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city you are watching from, and what time it is there. As a heartfelt outpouring from your soul, write in the comments, Lord my God, I am here. I subscribed because I love you and want to hear you. Receive my care and subscribe to this blessed channel. Leave your like, activate the notification bell to continue receiving my daily guidance. Stay with me until the end, for I will give a clear answer to your affliction. A transformative phrase will be whispered to the heart of whoever remains, and whoever writes this phrase in the comments will receive prophetic blessings released in faith. There is still a mystery about the root of your sadness that you need to understand to be fully healed. Do you know what has truly stolen your joy? Let your mind rest and continue listening to my voice. Just whisper in the comments, my spirit trusts. And let's go together to the next step of your liberation. I know the exact weight of this invisible baggage you have carried for so many years. The world out there admires your strength, the smile you wear so as not to worry those around you, and the readiness with which you care for everyone. But I see what happens when the door of your room closes and exhaustion takes over your mind. On the days when loneliness invades your chest and the desire to give up seems greater than your own faith, I collect every tear you shed in the dark. As it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 56, verse 8, I have kept count of your toils and collected all your tears in my bottle. Are they not all recorded in my book? No pain that has gripped your throat has escaped my loving eyes. When the house plunges into silence and the cold of dawn seems to reflect the affliction of your soul, I am by your side, enveloping your life with an embrace that the world cannot give. You have borne very heavy burdens, and at times felt that there was no one left to hold your hand. Past disappointments have left deep marks on your trust. However, I say to your wounded spirit today, this burden will not remain with you forever. Suffering is not your final destination. There is a divine reason why you have weathered the silent storms to this day. Something powerful is being forged within you, and what I have prepared for you on the other side of this anguish will completely change your story. There is an exit door, and the key to cross it will be given to you if you remain attentive to my whisper. If you feel my comfort embracing your pain at this moment, let your gesture of affection mark your like on this revelation. Feel welcome to take refuge here continuously through your subscription and share this word of relief with another woman who also needs to know that she is not fighting alone. Before we move on to healing your desert, tell me, from the depths of your most sincere surrender, what has your soul been imploring me for with such fervor? Write here in the comments as a seal of our intimacy, my comforter, and continue listening, for the dry land you have been treading is about to receive living waters. I see the immensity of the dry land your spiritual feet have traversed. There are days when the wind blows so strongly that you feel as if all your hopes are being swept away, and the feeling of abandonment screams within your chest. The silence of the sky seems crushing, and fear whispers that you have been forgotten in the midst of this scorching desert. But pay attention to what my voice declares to your heart now. The desert has never been a place of abandonment. It is the altar of your preparation. In the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10, I left a promise engraved for this exact moment of your journey. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I strengthen you and help you and uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. All this dryness you feel in your soul is the ground where my grace will cause a garden of peace to sprout that no one can uproot. You feel your strength is gone, but it is precisely there that my perfect power begins to act. The answer to your affliction is not in rushing out of the trial, but in the profound revelation of who I am to you while the storm rages on. A powerful relief is coming, fresh, clean water that will change your fortune in ways you cannot imagine. But for this change to happen, you need to hear what I will give you next about my care. If this living water is already beginning to refresh your soul, leave a like as proof that your thirst is being quenched. Sign up for this place of renewal, share this message with that heart that also walks through barren lands, and answer me honestly. What would you leave behind today if you had the absolute certainty that tomorrow everything would be new? Declare your faith in the comments by writing Source of Life, and continue with your heart open, for your Father wants to show you how sustenance will arrive. Beloved daughter, as we walk together through this desert, I want to speak to the essence of your heart. If it is possible for you, only if it is possible, transform your gratitude into a seed of love for this channel. Consider my love and that of my son Jesus, and support using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the place where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before the Creator of all things. You can support with any amount. And remember, only what fits in your heart. I receive with love. It doesn't matter the amount. What matters is the heart with which you give, because what is little to you can be much to the one who receives it. Whoever contributes any amount with a sincere heart, please remember to include your name and city with your contribution, because on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel and page, Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered and mentioned in a prayer of gratitude. For it is written in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 7, each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Every offering made in faith is a seed planted in fertile ground before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit. I see in secret and reward in the sight of all. Your faithfulness in the midst of scarcity is what opens the windows of heaven upon your life. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. I know that often the fear of tomorrow tries to stifle your peace. You silently reflect on your responsibilities, feeling the weight of what needs to be resolved and the absence of a human embrace to share this burden. The anguish of not knowing how the following days will unfold brings a weariness that mortal eyes cannot perceive, but that I feel pulsing in your spirit. You have sown so much affection in people's lives, you have given so much of your own essence, and sometimes doubt whispers that your harvest will never come. But pay attention to what I have lovingly recorded in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 6, verse 26. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? If I sustain every creature that flies beneath the vastness of the sky, how could I abandon you, my precious daughter, at the very moment when your soul most needs comfort? My care is never late. The provision I am preparing for your life will bring not only relief from daily afflictions, but a double portion of true love and security that will fill the emptiest corners of your heart. All that you have given in tears, I will return in smiles. However, for your spiritual hands to embrace this complete provision, there is a dormant strength within you that urgently needs to be awakened. There is a silent miracle about to emerge from your own exhaustion, and you need to understand how this will happen. If my protection is warming your heart at this moment, seal this communion by leaving your loving like. Feel free to subscribe to this sacred refuge and share this message with that person who also needs to rest in my promises. Let your soul speak to me. What seed of goodness have you planted that men have forgotten but that you know I have seen? Declare your trust by writing in the comments, my heavenly sustenance. And do not turn your spirit away from my presence, because the renewal of your inner strength is already knocking at the door of your heart. I feel the fragility of your emotions at this moment. There are days when exhaustion is so intense that even breathing seems to require immense effort. Your body begs for rest, but it is your soul that truly cries out for help, tired of being strong all the time, tired of holding up structures that threaten to crumble. You lay your head on the pillow and feel an emptiness, a weight on your chest, whispering that perhaps you don't have the energy to face the next morning. But it is precisely at this point, where your human strength ends, that my infinite power rises in your favor. In the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31, I promised you, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. The exhaustion that paralyzes your dreams today is merely the fertile ground where I am planting supernatural resilience. I am breathing new life into your spirit right now, restoring the light that deep sadness tried to extinguish. The relief you so desperately seek will not come from the outside world, but from this fountain of living water that I am opening within your own being. You will smile lightly again, and the people around you will not understand how you managed to rise with such beauty and authority after so many trials. However, to keep this flame burning, there is a secret place of constant refuge, where you will need to anchor your soul so that future storms will never again bring it down. Do you know where to find this unshakable safe harbor? If this breath of life is invigorating your heart, leave your gesture of love in the like of this spiritual encounter. Embrace this space as your peaceful abode, gently subscribing so we can continue walking together, and overflow with this hope by sharing it with someone who also cries from exhaustion in the silence of the early morning. Now, tell me, in the depths of our intimacy, what was the pain that most drained your joy, but which you now decide to surrender entirely into my hands? Declare your newfound strength by writing in the comments, "Eagle's wings," and remain serene, for I will reveal to you how to take shelter under my wings on the days when the wind blows strongly against you. I accompany every hesitant step you take when the storm gathers on the horizon. The dark clouds of worry quickly form in your mind, and the fear of losing control of situations tries to steal your serenity. The icy wind of misunderstanding often beats invisibly against your face, and you anxiously seek a safe place to rest your spirit. The world offers many distractions that promise relief, but they last only a brief moment, leaving your soul even emptier when the silence returns. I want you to know that you no longer need to run aimlessly when daily struggles seem too much to bear. There is a safe and impenetrable refuge that I have prepared exclusively for you, a place where evil does not enter and confusion completely dissipates. In the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verses 1 and 2, I declared to reassure your soul, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." When you immerse yourself in my presence, the pressures that once crushed your heart immediately lose their power. The healing for your oldest afflictions doesn't happen with a magic trick the world invents, but is a daily and gentle walk by my side with each new dawn. It is in this continuous refuge that I will heal your painful memories and strengthen your faith, so that absolutely nothing can shake it again. For this healing to happen deeply every day, if your heart desires to go deeper with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey that I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book called Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was prepared to accompany you day after day in silence and intimacy, being a remedy for the wounded soul and a comfort in lonely nights. Access is also available via the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. And if today is not possible for you, do not condemn yourself. Remain with me here, because I will also sustain you eternally with this message today, and so that your heart may rest and not be confused about how to receive this companionship. After you register your reading, access will arrive in the email you registered, with all the correct instructions step by step to begin walking hand in hand with me. For it is written in the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 10, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe." This devotional is your place of peace and daily encounter in my love. Take a deep breath, don't be discouraged, and trust that I am taking care of every detail. If my embrace calmed the winds that were blowing against your peace now, let your affectionate gesture continue by enjoying this encounter I have prepared for you. Embrace this safe haven by subscribing so you don't miss my direction, and send this word of comfort to that friend or family member who is also seeking shelter amidst life's storms. And now, confide in me from the depths of your heart. What is the secret storm that you decide to entrust to my care today definitively? Record your entry into my hiding place by writing in the comments, "Safe Harbor," and continue to pay attention to my words, for your Creator is about to unveil the most precious truth about who you truly are, a revelation of a forgotten identity that will change everything you see in the mirror of your soul. I see the wounds that the opinions of others and the labels of the world have left on your soul. For a long time, you looked in the mirror and saw only weariness, the marks of time, and the scars of battles that no one else knows about. The world tried to tell you that you are ordinary, that your time to shine has passed, or that your dreams are foolish in the face of life's reality. But I invite you now to immerse yourself in my fatherly gaze, where your true essence is kept safe. You are not what others say about you, and much less what your past mistakes try to whisper in your ears. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, I revealed to me who you truly are. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light. You were planned with a holy purpose that transcends any human understanding. Every detail of your story, even the seemingly meaningless pains, were allowed to shape the precious jewel you are today. Your worth is not in what you do or what you possess, but in who you are in me. You are my heir, my chosen one, set apart from your mother's womb to be a channel of blessings and transformation on this earth. What is about to blossom in your life will leave many amazed, for my glory will manifest itself through your restored story. If this revelation of who you are in my eyes has brought peace to your spirit, let your gesture of love mark your like on this word of identity. Feel embraced to walk with me continuously through your subscription, and share this truth with that woman who has also forgotten the immense value she possesses before the throne. Tell me, with all the sincerity of your heart, what is the lie about yourself that you decide to abandon today to live my truth? Declare your new identity by writing in the comments, "Daughter of the King," and remain with an attentive heart, for the chains that still try to bind you to the past are about to fall to the ground. In this moment of profound liberation, I am washing away the marks of what is behind me with my forgiveness and my infinite grace. I feel the weight of the memories that still tighten your chest, the disappointments that have embittered your spirit, and the shackles of situations you cannot forget. You have been trying to carry the burden of a yesterday that no longer exists, allowing the shadows of the past to cloud the beauty of the present that I have prepared for you. But pay attention to what I solemnly declare to your heart through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19. Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness, and rivers in the desert. I am now opening the cells of your emotional and spiritual prison. The chains of guilt, fear, and resentment are being broken by my touch of love. The new story I have already begun to write for you has no room for the ashes of what has been destroyed. I am clearing the ground of your soul, so that new seeds of joy and spiritual prosperity can germinate without hindrance. You are free to start over, free to love again, and free to dream my dreams, for my mercy is renewed upon your life this very morning. If you feel your shackles falling and the freedom of the Spirit flooding your room now, seal this moment of grace by leaving your loving like. Embrace this new time by subscribing to this place of liberation, and send this message of new beginnings to someone who also needs to release the chains of the past. Let your soul speak to me. Which door of your past do you decide to lock today, never to look back again? Declare your liberation by writing in the comments, "Free within you." And do not turn your thoughts away from my presence, for your heart is already being prepared for the great answer you have been seeking. Your spirit is now being elevated to a new level of intimacy with heaven. Feel the atmosphere of peace that is enveloping every corner of your being, calming the anxiety that tried to distract you from my voice. The preparation was long, the tears were many, and the weariness seemed unbearable. But I tell you, nothing was in vain. Each of your groans rose like sweet incense before me, and the answer you so desperately pleaded for is closer than you imagine. Your victory is being forged in the silence and constancy of your faith, even when you felt your strength was at an end. I am preparing the stage for a turning point in your life that will bring glory to my name and rest to your weary soul. The promise I made to you will not fail, for I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should repent. What has come out of my mouth will be faithfully fulfilled, and you will be a living witness to my unwavering faithfulness. Keep your heart in a state of adoration and expectation, for what I am about to deliver will surpass all your boldest prayers. The secret to your ultimate overcoming is held within a powerful truth that I will now whisper to seal our journey today. Are you ready to receive the master key that will open all the doors to your new path? If this divine expectation makes your heart beat with hope, leave your gesture of affection by liking this prophetic message. Embrace this journey of victories by subscribing to Remain in My Direction, and overflow with this encouragement by sharing it with that soul who is about to give up before seeing the miracle. Confide in me, in the sweetness of this moment. What would you do today if you knew that your final answer has already been signed in heaven? Record your readiness by writing in the comments, "Ready for victory," and remain in silence and reverence, for the moment of our final word has arrived. My beloved daughter, we have now arrived at the most sacred moment of this spiritual encounter. Throughout this journey, I have revealed the wounds of your soul, shown you the path to my refuge, and reaffirmed your identity as an heir to my kingdom. I saw you remain here attentively listening to every whisper of my heart, and because of your faithfulness and sincere search, I now deliver the key I promised at the beginning of our journey. Many times you have felt that your limit had been reached, that your strength had waned, and that the obstacles were insurmountable. But I have brought you here to fix in the center of your spirit the absolute truth that will sustain you every day. Receive now this transformative revelation as the definitive answer to all your weaknesses and fears. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. This is not just a phrase. It is my authority released over your life so that you may overcome weariness, loneliness, and any giant that rises in your path. Write this phrase in the comments now as an act of faith and a seal of your victory. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. By declaring this, you are moving heaven in your favor and receiving the supernatural strength that will make you triumph. Do not stop listening to my voice, for I still have much to tell you. Continue immersed in my presence through our list of prayers and messages here on the channel, where my love will continue to guide your steps. I will be waiting for you in our next sacred conversation to continue my work in you. I am your strength and your shield, the hand that lifts you up and the voice that calms you. Where there is weakness, I will be your power, and where there is silence, I will be your song of victory. Rest your heart in my eternal love, for your journey to glory has only just begun.